Hey, welcome to day 5. You are so close to being done. Today we are going over expanding your network and what that means. So, what is your network? Your network is or are people that you know. It's going to be your following, so people that start to follow you, and pretty much it's anyone who you have access to bring along board with you during your journey and to join this journey with you. So, as a new coach, you really start with your network of people that you know. So, that is your close friends, your family, your coworkers, people that you know directly, or it could be your Facebook friends that you already have. So that could be, friends maybe that you haven't talked to in a long time, but y'all are friends. So they would see your post on your personal page. And as a new coach, you may not have a ton of friends on Facebook, and that's completely okay. That's why we want to talk about expanding your network. Because honestly, it doesn't matter if you've been so involved in Facebook or social media before this job or you haven't. Even if you haven't posted in something on your Facebook page in 2 to 3 years, it's okay. We will teach you how to expand that network and how to get into social media. So don't worry about that. Today is going to be a very broad bird's eye view of what your network is and how to expand it and how to grow it. So, as a new coach, I would encourage you to make a list of all of your close friends and your family and your coworkers, or people that you think who you would love to join you on this journey. So that could be, a girlfriend be like, oh my gosh, this would be so fun if we could work out together. You should join me. Write her name down. Your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your aunt, whoever it is, write their name down. And this is going to be your contact list. So these are going to be your potential customers or your potential challengers in your challenge group, which we'll go over tomorrow. But these are going to be people that could join you on this journey and could join you into becoming the best version of themselves. So, like I had said, it's really completely okay if you don't have a huge following or network just yet. So, when I had talked about your close friends and family and people that are already your friends on Facebook, or maybe they follow you on Instagram, that is going to be what we like to call your warm market. So that means people know your name, they know who you are. You may not have talked to them in years, but they know who you are. So we call it your warm market because you don't necessarily have to build that full-on trust. Now you do need to build the relationship, and take care of that relationship and things like that before we start talking about, joining on this journey. But you say you haven't talked to someone in 3 years, but they know who you were then, you're typically not going to have to build that trust. Now, sometimes there's exceptions, but I think you understand what I'm saying. So, that is going to be your warm market. Now, your cold market is going to be someone you've never heard of, you're not friends with on Facebook, and they find your page or they find your Instagram page and they're interested in what you're doing. So maybe that means they like a photo, or they comment on something, or maybe they just end up liking your page to follow you. Those are going to be your cold market network people. So that means you will need to build the relationship because they don't know you, and you don't want to come across as someone who's just going to sell them something. You want to really show them that you care about their needs and you have something that can be their solution, and you're not just trying to get their money, you're genuinely trying to help them. So that is going to be important just to remember, your cold versus your warm market. So keep that contact list, and it's going to be your warm market, remember, and those are going to be people you talk to now that you can start asking to join your journey. And then your cold market people are going to be people that you're going to start talking and building the relationship with. So let's dig more into how to build your cold market and also how to strengthen your warm market. So why, first of all, why is it important to build and expand your network? Well, first of all, it builds your following. Social media, whether you use Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or a blog or Tumblr or whatever you choose to use, you need a following so that when you do post something, people will see it. So that is why, I mean, it's important to build this network of people so that they see what you're doing and they can see how it's working for you. It's going to lead you to new people. So when you kind of, you say you've been in this business for 6 to 9 months, maybe a year, maybe shorter, maybe longer, and you're kind of running out of your warm market people to invite, which happens. That's kind of where I'm at. You will need to meet new people in order to help new people. So that you're building and expanding your network, it's going to help you find those new people. And then eventually it's going to lead you to those new relationships as well as strengthen your relationships that you already have and maybe you haven't talked to in a long time. Relationships to me are the bread and butter of this business. If people tell me they don't want to sell, I say that's completely great because this is not a selling business. This is a relationship business. This is not something where you're scamming someone to get their money. Yes, no one works for free and we do sell things, but this is us sharing our journey and it's genuinely trying to help them. I want our team to be based on that, based on helping people and building relationships with people to help them become the best versions of themselves, not to just scam them for their money. So that's why, building and expanding your network is very important. So how do we do this? What do we do? Let's start with your warm market. Say, with your close friends and family and your coworkers that you see and interact with on a daily or weekly basis, those people I would invite. I would go up to someone and just say, oh my gosh, I've been doing this group online and I've lost this weight. You should join me. It'd be so much fun. Show them like your before and after pictures or whatever. Just make it fun, be confident when you talk, and then invite them to join you. That's, kind of like inviting someone to go to the movies with you. It's like, come on, you should do this with me. It'd be so fun. Summer's here. Perfect time to go for your goals. That would be your warm market that, you don't necessarily have to build the relationship because the relationship is already established. Now, say you have a warm market friend who you went to high school with, and now you're 3 years out of college, for me, 4 years, and you haven't talked to him since then. That would be someone you would want to reestablish the relationship and show them, hey, this is what I'm doing in my life right now. How are you? Ask more about them. And then I would invite them. So don't necessarily have to jump to the invite because you haven't talked to them in forever and you don't want them to think, oh, well, she's just trying to get my money, because that's not the case. So that's your warm market. Now, how to expand your cold market. This is going to be an active daily task. So you know how Facebook has this really awesome feature that helps us. They have the suggested friends portion on your page. If you're on your phone, sometimes it pops up in your news feed, or if you're on the computer, it's typically on the right-hand side, or sometimes it's in your news feed as well. Or you can go to like the friends tab and there's like suggested friends. So I recommend people to add 3 to 5 new friends daily from day one. This is important because, you want to continually grow your following so that you can be building those relationships in the meantime and meeting new people and not get to a point where you're stuck and then you're having to, add all these friends and build the relationship and kind of wait in order to invite them. So I always recommend doing it from the beginning so you can start interacting with them, building that relationship. And this may seem uncomfortable at first, but that's okay because out of your comfort zone is where the magic happens. So, and the way I do it, it's not intimidating at all. So I add 3 to 5 people a day. So that could even be mutual friends of people. So maybe you didn't even know they were on Facebook and you're like, oh, I've met them one time, or oh, she's good friends with my best friend, like I'm going to add her too, whatever. So mutual friends or suggested friends. I always look if they have like, at least 5 of my mutual friends. I'll go and see who they are and I typically add them. Then once a week, I invite them to like my fitness page. Now, if you don't have a fitness page yet, that's okay. We can get with your upline and kind of talk about when you feel most comfortable about doing that. But it is important because I think it's a great way to meet people whenever you can boost posts. If you ever see a sponsored post that's boosting, or that's someone paying for their post to be in a certain audience's group in their newsfeed, and we can go more into depth about that later. But that's really when you feel comfortable. For me, I waited about a month. I wanted to kind of establish a following on my personal page, and then I moved over to my fitness page and invited everyone to join me, and then I just would invite people weekly or sometimes once a month, twice a month. And then when I added new friends, I would invite them as well. So you add 3 to 5 people. Once you get a like page, or you have a like page, you're inviting them to like your page. Then you are going to track who you add. So that just could be a simple list. Okay, I've added these people. And the reason why I tell you to track them is because when you add them, you're not going to just want them to sit there. What you're going to do is you're going to start building a relationship with them. This does not mean you having to message them out of the blue and be like, hey girl, what's up? It doesn't have to be that way. It can just literally be, say you didn't know me and say that I was someone you added. You added me, and then say next week or tomorrow I post a picture about my dog. You could comment on the picture and just say, oh my gosh, how cute. Or something that simple. You're literally just going to be starting to comment on these new people's photos. And maybe they're on a vacation, and you comment and you message them like, hey, I'm looking for a vacation for my family. Why did you pick that spot? What did you think about it? And that's how the relationship starts, the conversation starts, and then you can just kind of lead into other topics, and that's just where the relationship starts. So it can be that simple. And then as you know, you're commenting and interacting with them, and you start messaging them, your posts are going to be put into their feed. So Facebook has, algorithms that they change on a daily basis. So, but they also know, which is kind of crazy, but they know who you're messaging and they know who you're commenting on. So they have this algorithm that if you are, say, like I'm commenting on your stuff, my posts are going to be put into your feed. So that's why it's important to comment and message, not just like people's stuff, but comment on them so that your post will be seen by these people, because then they may see something interesting that they like and they may ask you. And if not, then you can easily lead into what you're doing and just say, oh, what do you do for a living? And then you can talk about how your side job, you do this. Or, oh, do you have any summer plans? And like, yeah, I'm just trying to get back into shape. There you go. An easy way to get back in. So there's ways to do this. And if you talk to your upline, there's so many ways that we can do this. But it's just really important to expand and open that network of yours, whether you have 5 friends on Facebook or whether you have 500 friends on Facebook. You need to constantly be adding to your network, because you don't want to, quote unquote, run out of people. And you can never run out of people, because there are millions and billions of people on this earth, and people, you want to help add value to their life. So you've got to kind of find them and help them find you as well. So, and then think about it this way. If you add 5 new friends a day for a week, that's 35 new friends. That's 35 new pairs of eyeballs that are watching your post and following you in your journey. And if maybe they don't want to join right now, but if someday, say they had a baby and they want to lose their baby weight, they're going to think of you because your posts are in their feed and you're positive, and they want to join with you because you're not trying to sell them, you're trying to help them. So that is just why it's important to expand your network. So just to recap, add people daily, interact with them, comment on their photos, and then eventually message them and build that relationship. I hope this helps. And you have one more day, and then you will be done with your new coach training. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.